Okay, ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Tuesday, June the 28th, 2022, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We are live, taking your questions, your comments, your calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Of course, as always, I'm Chris Phillips, your host of the Daily Crow. Of the Daily Crow of the Spurs Up Show. As always, we got a lot to get into here on this Tuesday. I see Connor McCormish, Luke RJ, John Edward, Cody Gaskins, Travie, Phil, Brendan M, Count of Titan. I see Phil in the chat. Phil took some of y'all's comments a little personally yesterday regarding his thoughts on NIL and college football becoming less likable. I think Tomato Phil might be back today. Stephen Boardwell, what's going on? Noah Johns, what's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Also in the Big Cock Club Discord, over the TDC Questions channel, to be sure your questions are answered there. Yeah, Justin, I appreciate the love, my guy. This hat is fire. This hat is absolutely sick, my dude. B2ATL hooked me up quite a while ago with this cap, and I wear it every now and then. I mean, obviously, I think, our merch mostly, but this hat is flames. Dude, I would almost love to redo this design and do, like, the Spurs Up show the way this is made and put, like, our logo in the middle or something. Like, that'd be a fire look. But, yeah, you guys know I love the vintage stuff, so that's what we're rocking with today. Either way, guys, of course, as always, the Daily Crow is brought to you by our friends over at Carolina Ale House. Be sure to check them out, all 7 locations across the state of South Carolina, and, of course, in Augusta, Georgia as well. Of course, as you know, the TSUS tour gets going here in just a couple of weeks, actually. The TSUS tour will get fired up in a couple of weeks. We're going to be going to all of the locations starting end of July 21st, actually. We'll start going end of July and then go throughout the entire month of August and check out those locations. But again, guys, Carolina Ale House, a scratch-made kitchen. They got over 40 beers on tap, so they can quench anyone's thirst. Of course, guys, they got a full bar, so when you go watch a game, they're going to have everything you need, whether it be food or drink, what have you. Over 60 HD TVs, so there's not a bad seat in the house, right? They're open 7 days and late night with a full menu, and they're kid and family friendly, so be sure you bring out your entire family. Again, guys, they got locations in Augusta, Columbia, downtown Greenville. They've got the Woodruff Road location in Greenville, Fort Mill, Myrtle Beach, Somerville, and more as well. So wherever you're at, go to your local Carolina Ale House. Go check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Guys, we're also rocking the Beamer Rattler 22 merch. We should be getting the Beamer Ball merch in Todd and Moore Sporting Goods in Columbia, South Carolina very, very, very soon. And you guys will know exactly when that happens. My guy right now here locally is printing those shirts as we speak and getting those finished up. Again, that should be happening very soon. Also, guys, I know I've talked about it before, and again, when this becomes official, I'll let you all know, but I'm just going to let you know what's going on sort of in my head. I know I've talked about the towels, right? How they give out rally towels and stuff at Williams-Brice Stadium and all that. That is definitely something I want to do, and I would like to have those printed and made up by the time we go on the TSUS tour July 21st. So what they would be is just like, I don't know exactly what the dimensions of those towels are, what the size are, but a normal like hand towel, rally towel they hand out at Willie B, that size. I've got plenty of them, so I'll go off of that. But the towels will simply be a white towel, and it will say Beamer Ball. It will have our Beamer Ball logo and probably at the Spurs Up Show, just for obviously for marketing, advertising purposes, what have you. But Beamer Ball towels are something that I want to do. We'll probably sell them for $5 a pop. I think that's pretty fair for a towel, just $5, what have you. So that is something that's happening. That's not just something I was talking out the side of my neck or whatever. Like, that's something I really want to do. And of course, rally towels are such an integral part of the game day experience at South Carolina. I know a lot of people will get their towels and they'll keep them and they'll reuse them for games. Hey, you won't need another towel ever again because you're going to have a Beamer Ball towel. So once I get those made, that's something I've talked to my merch guy. He's down for it. He loves the idea. He wants to print them. So that's something I think I definitely want to do. And I want to have those. I want to have those along with stickers. We're going to have koozies, obviously. I'm hoping and thinking we're going to have merchandise. I've talked with the Carolina Ale House people. And I do believe that we are going to have merchandise on hand, at least Beamer Ball shirts, garnet black and white. I believe we're partnering up with a vendor, like a Coors Light vendor, Miller Lite vendor, something like that, where they're actually going to pay for the shirts. So we might be giving those away for free. I don't know. I don't know. You guys just stay tuned for that. Let's see. Phil says, hot take. The rally towels in the stadium are cool, but should have never been white. Literally looks like everyone waving the white flag of surrender. Well, what color should they be, Phil? You know what I mean? I would ask you, what color should they be? I get what you're saying, but I don't really look at it that way. I don't, that's not, I guess if you're an opponent, right? If you're an opponent, you would say that. I don't, it doesn't bother me that they're white. I get what you're saying, Phil, but what are you going to go with? Black towels? Garnet towel? I guess garnet towels could have been cool, but dude, garnet gets messed up so much. You know what I'm saying? Garnet gets messed up so much. Like, I don't trust people to make garnet towels. Now, black towels could be cool. Black towels could be cool. I don't know. We're going to go with white, though, because I think people like white towels. So we had a question. Let's see. Oh, Carolina Titan, any idea who the welcome home yesterday was? Carolina Titan, from what I've heard, it sounds like it's a big offensive lineman. I will not say the name or anything like that, but that's what I'm hearing. It's a player on the line of scrimmage. Stephanie Lee, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, Travis Allen, I did see where the ACC has realigned. They're going with a 3-3-5 method. It looks like Clemson's 3 are Georgia Tech, Florida State, and NC State, which is about what I would expect. That's about what I'd expect for them. Yeah, Justin, we are going to go to the Dirty Myrtle Carolina Ale House. Yes. I'm trying to find – I posted the schedule on social media, and I will repost this, by the way. I'll probably repost this later today because I want to post it weekly to promote the TSU. Here we go, to promote the TSUS tour. So, yes, Myrtle Beach. We'll be at the Myrtle Beach Carolina Ale House July the 28th. So, July 21st and July 28th, right? I'm going to be at Somerville and Myrtle Beach. That's where we're starting. That's the beach. You know what, guys? I did that on purpose. It's still hot as hell in late July. I'm trying to stick around for the weekend and go to the beach, man. So if anybody wants to have a weekend, y'all let me know. I'd love to stick around and hang out at the beach for a few days. Let's see. John Edward, Webb, and Lonergan pushed back their announcement dates. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I did see Webb pushed his back. But, yeah, we'll just see what happens, my guy. Anyways, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Brayson Haney says, I saw Brad Crawford's predictions. I see us going 4-2 in the first half of the season and 3-3 in the second half. Yeah, so my buddy Brad Crawford. Let me actually text Brad right now. This worked. Hey, this worked with Jake Crane. We'll see if my dude Brad Crawford is willing to call in. I'm going to laugh if this works. It's so funny. I'm not even planning any of this. But Brad Crawford, my buddy, he actually did drop his predictions, game-by-game predictions. So I thought I was going to be the first one to drop game-by-game score predictions for South Carolina, but Brad had to beat me to the punch. He did drop his game-by-game predictions. Let's see, and we'll go through these really quick. Brad's got South Carolina beating Georgia State 31-17. He's then got South Carolina losing to Arkansas 38-27. Then losing to Georgia 34-17. He's then got the Gamecocks beating Charlotte and SC State back-to-back, beating Charlotte 38-20, which I feel like is kind of close. And then SC State 49-10. He's then got the Gamecocks losing to Kentucky 31-24. Then losing to Texas A&M 31-17. Then getting hot late in the season, beating Missouri 41-20. He's got them beating Vandy 35-10. He's got Carolina beating Florida 31-27. He's got Carolina beating Tennessee 32-29. And then he's got the Gamecocks falling to Clemson 27-23 to finish 7-5 and 4-4 in SEC play. Now, with that being said, right? 7-5, 4-4 in league play. I think we'd all probably take that. There's some things in that prediction I just read off. There'd be some things left to desire, but 7-5 in year two of Beamer, chance to win an 8th in a bowl game. It's not a bad year. That's a solid season, right? And again, I told you guys that's where most experts are going to pick the Gamecocks to land. I think 7-5 is is the safe pick for this team. That's what it feels like, at least. But, man, I tell you, looking at that, and it's very realistic. Don't get me wrong. His prediction's very realistic. But South Carolina, and on cue, Phil says, hit the panic button, Ritter. South Carolina starts 3-4 and 0-4 in SEC play. What do you think the mood around Columbia is going to be? What do you think the mood around Gamecock Nation is going to be? Gamecock Nation's going to be on edge, right? Gamecock Nation, that's not a bold take. That's a real take. Gamecock Nation is going to be unsettled, and that's putting it kindly, right? And I'm not saying that's not a realistic, that's not a realistic prediction, right? Because Arkansas, I mean, you're going to be a dog in all those games, right? You're not going to be expected to win any of those games. Arkansas, Georgia, Kentucky, and A&M. You're going to be an underdog in all four. You are. But to start 3-4 and 0-4 in league play, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I'm still not, of course, guys, literally like a week from today, we're going to start talking predictions, right? Next Wednesday's show, I will begin to drop my game-by-game season predictions for South Gunna this season. Kentucky is not, and I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. Kentucky's not the most important game of the season, but it's pretty damn close. I mean, it's because I just look at this season. And Brayson Haney brings it up. Yeah, it's hard for me to envision us winning 4 straight SEC games late. I mean, could South Gunna second half of the season click? Hey, we saw it. We saw them do it last year, right? But it's just that'd be a tough start. I mean, that'd just be a really tough start to stomach. Oh, here we go. Now we're going to start this debate. My guy Ben DeRosa says Clemson is always the most important game of the year. Ben, come on, Ben. You can't say that, Ben. Basically, Ben, what you're saying is that if we go 1-11 and beat Clemson, we had a good year. If Clemson's the most important game of the year, then most seasons for you, Ben, have been really bad. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's just the truth. Apparently Mark Kingston is speaking to the media right now. Mark Kingston says next season is, quote, going to be a lot better than what last season was. He cites health and says the transfer portal has been good to USC so far. He can't talk in specifics yet about the transfers. Gotcha. I mean, I see Panic Ritter losing his collective shit in the comments. So you got to know that, you got to know that you got to know that Mark Kingston's speaking if Panic Ritter is losing his mind in the comments. So let's see. What else is Kingston saying? Being aggressive in the portal. Feels very, very good about our roster next year. Blah, 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 bro. Who gives a shit? Like, who really cares what Kingston's got to say, bro? Like, who cares? Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Who cares? Lance, what's going on, my guy? Lance, we were just talking about the Dirty Myrtle, my man. Yep, we'll be at the Dirty Myrtle July 28th, August 4th. Yeah, in case you guys missed the dates, I'll just go through them all. July 21st, we'll be in Somerville. July 28th, Myrtle Beach. August 4th, downtown Greenville. August 11th, Fort Mill. August 18th, Augusta. August 25th, Woodruff Road. And August 30th will be in Columbia. Guys, I was also talking to the County Ale House people this morning. Each of those is going to get going at 6 p.m. And the reason that is, happy hour at County Ale House is 4 to 7. So obviously they want to promote you guys. They want to promote people coming out for happy hour. The time's going to be listed, though, 6 to until. Because I know there's some people that don't get off until around 6 that want to be able to go home, get ready, come out, whatever. You guys may not be there till 7:30 or 8. So we're going to be there. I mean, I'm going to plan on staying for, basically until people aren't there anymore. So, I mean, if we're there till 9:30, 10 o'clock, so be it. But we will be there rocking, at 6 o'clock. That's when we're going to start. Because once we get closer to these dates, I will drop like individual graphics and individual details for all of these events. But we'll be out there at each of the locations at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Eric Reese. Yeah, dude, Reese. Dude, you do a fantastic job, man. Great job with the graphics. For real. For real. Y'all go follow Reese. Drop your @ Make sure people go follow you. Let's see. My guy, Todd Smith, the super chat. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate you, Todd. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Stacy, I appreciate the love, man. This hat's sick. I ain't gonna lie to you. My guy B2ATL hooked me up. I think it was last summer I got this hat, but dude, just a fire cap. Chris Miller. I'm trying to get back in the habit of putting the comments up. He says 3-4, 0-4 means you have to go 4-2, 4-0 down the stretch. I just have a feeling after the first 7, we'll be 4-3, 1-3 with a dub at Kentucky. I honestly think we're going to drop one of the last 4. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say you can't get to 7 wins if you start that 3-4, 0-4. I think it's going to be really difficult because, like you said, man, is it realistic to think South Carolina is going to win 4 straight SEC games? Is it realistic to think they're going to beat Florida and Tennessee back to back? That's what it comes down to. Because I think you feel good no matter what in this season that South Carolina is going to beat Mizzou and Kentucky. At least should. They absolutely should, right? So I don't know. That just feels aggressive. That feels aggressive to think that South Carolina is going to reel off 4 straight SEC wins to close out the year. T-Man, my guy T-Man says you should bring some merch to sell at the Ale House. Yes, T-Man, I said that earlier. That's actually the plan. I'm planning on bringing, I think we're actually working with Carolina Ale House to get Beamer Ball t-shirts printed up. I'll have stickers. I'll have koozies. I'll also have the Beamer Ball towels. So the stickers will be for free. I'll be giving the stickers. Koozies, towels, and shirts. Maybe hats, too. Maybe hats. I wouldn't be opposed to hats at all. Those things will be on sale, though. And what I might actually do, guys, I think what would be a great idea, I think what would be a really great idea is printing up merchandise that you can only buy on this TSUS tour. That's the only way you can buy it is on this. So it's not just going to say Beamer Ball. It might be something different like Beamer, like the Beamer Ball logo and then to the moon on it, right? Like Beamer Ball to the moon merch. Or it might say just something different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be specifically unique merchandise to the TSUS tour. Like the only way you can get it. Like what I want to have and what I plan on having is exclusive merch for if you come to the TSUS tour or if you come to the tailgate at Seawells. Like that merch is unique. You can't buy that on the store. That you can't buy that online. That's for people that actually come out to the tailgates. And what I thought, you know what I've even thought about doing? You know what I've thought about doing? What I thought about doing, I'd have to consult my Big Cock Club crew before I did this. But even like selling that merch to people that do come out in person, right? Like, you know what? You're an honorary Big Cock Club member if you come out to the events. Like if you bring your physical self out to an event and you support in that way, you know what? You're an honorary Big Cock Club member. And at least in the sense of you can rock the merch, right? We've kept the merch exclusive for people that actually join the Big Cock Club, right? If you come out and support in person, bro, you have the opportunity to get the Big Cock Club merch, man. You should have that opportunity. You should. You really should. More people should be rocking Big Cock Club. Like straight up. Straight up. More people should be rocking the Big Cock Club merchandise. I got to do something. I got to do something to make the Big Cock Club more appealing to people. Because, I mean, and not that it's doing poorly. It's doing great. I mean, we've got a great core of folks that are in the Big Cock Club, and it's awesome. But, bro, we need to see, like, Big Cock Club merchandise all around, bro. Because, I mean, Why not, dude? Why not? I love rocking the big cock club. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, here we go. Phil says, respectfully disagree. They should pay for the privilege. I hear what you're saying, Phil. I mean, I just say, if you're willing to come out to a tailgate or come support at a live event, I could live with that. You know what I mean? And I would say most of the people that come out, most of the people that come out to the events are Big Cock Club members already. So, you know what I'm saying? So I hear what you see. That's why I said I got to consult our Big Cock Club. The Big Cock Club board of trustees, more competent than the Gamecocks board of trustees. That's a fact. Yeah, but no, either way, even if I don't do that, I am most definitely planning, if you come to the TSUS tour, you come to a tailgate, you come from now on, you come to any live event, I want to have merchandise, but it be like when you go see your favorite artist. I went to a concert over the weekend. This is kind of where I got this idea, to be honest with you. You go to a concert, right? There is specific tour merch. The only way you can get it is you went to the concert, right? And you got the merch there. That's how I want to treat this TSUS tour, and that's how I want to treat the tailgate. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be specific merch there that is exclusive. That's the only way you can get it. So, yeah. I want to give people even more incentive to come out, man. So, Sir Cox says, I was in a UF football Discord, and they said Napier was better than Beamer. Sir Cox, well, that's why you don't join a UF football Discord. That's why you join the Big Cock Club, my guy. That's why you join the Big Cock Club. That's it. That's why you join the Big Cock Club, Sir Cock. Pretty simple. Yeah, Connor McCormick, a TSUS tour shirt would be sick. On comfort colors, oh, it's a good idea, my guy. I think I might have to get to work on that. That's a really good idea. Because, dude, we could throw it on a pocket tee, put like TSUS tour in the pocket in the back, put all the dates and all that. Dude, that's got potential. That's got a lot of potential. It's a great idea. Yeah, my guy Lance, you better be at the Myrtle Beach location, my guy. You better be there. Sir Cott, need to get the white QB1 hoodie. It's still on there, Sir Cott. TSUS.store, my guy. It's there. TSUS.store. It is there. Anyways, I tell you what, yesterday was a lot of folks were dropping. A lot of prospects. A lot of prospects were dropping their top lists yesterday. Top lists, commitments, all that craziness. We were like in peak recruiting season. Again, guys, what's crazy though? What's crazy is a week from today. Almost a week, 8 days from today, we're going to start dropping predictions. This is the final week of the top 5 series. Tomorrow I'll do top 5 do-it-all playmakers for Carolina. And then Friday I'll do top 5 all-time coaches. I'm sure you guys can guess what that list looks like. Beamer number 1. Babes and waves, yes. Flags are in stock, my guy. Flags are in stock. You can either, dude, go to our store. There's a flags tab or search flags. But here's the options on there. I've got pre-made like white flags, right, of a lot of our logos. Or there's an option on there. You can click. You can get a custom flag, any logo, any color, whatever you want. I can get it made for you. So we have flags on the store, my guy. If you need flags for your tailgating. Guys, I would say if you need merchandise, you need anything, we got it all in the store. All in the store. Get it now. Don't wait till the week of game day. Get it now. Why not? Get it now. Yeah, Connor McCormick. Yeah, definitely. Ale House could slap their logo on it. That would be dope. Dude, I love it. I love the idea. You trust me. You ain't got to twist my arm. I love it. Marion R26. I'll be at the Somerville location. Robbie Davis might be with me as well, dude. That would be incredible. We got to get Robbie Davis to the TSUS tour. Got to. Absolutely have to. Absolutely have to, for sure. Again, guys, next week we will We'll drop predictions Wednesday podcast. I will do the first half of the season. I mean, you guys probably know the drill at this point. I've been doing this the last couple years. Wednesday show, I'll drop the first half of the season. It'll be game-by-game predictions with scores, everything. That first show on Wednesday, too, I'll have on there, toughest 3-game stretch, most important game, all that good stuff, all the other details, wins, losses, toss-ups, all that good stuff. And then on Friday's show, by Friday, you guys will know my full predictions for the season, okay? My full predictions for the season. And then after that, man, we'll start diving into opponent previews, and then I'll get into position unit previews, and then SEC Media Days will be upon us, and, dude, it's going to be full steam ahead. I mean, we've already got a ton of momentum. Dude, I'll just let you guys in on a little secret. I also had a eureka moment last night with SEC Unfiltered that I think is going to be a game changer for expansion, a game changer for business. Just going to be incredible. I think it's going to be a huge thing for business in the way that we're expanding. So just stay tuned for all that. Either way, SECU did drop this morning, by the way. John Edward, can't wait to see you in Fort Mill, my guy. Yes, again, in case you missed it, I'll repost the graphic today. TSUS Tour gets going July 21st. It's just around the corner. It's going to be starting July 21st, every Thursday leading up to kickoff, except the week of kickoff. The week of kickoff will be Tuesday at the Columbia location, August 30th. So, yeah, it's going to be a blast. I mean, I can't wait. Cannot wait. Again, our guy Brad Crawford, guys, in case you missed it, has the Gamecocks finishing 7-5 this season. 7-5 this season, 4-4 in SEC play. I don't think that is what's surprising, or that's what stands out, right? That's not what stands out. What stands out is the fact he's got the Gamecocks finishing 3-4. Starting 3-4 and 0-4 in SEC play. That's tough. I'm telling you, even if you finish 7-5, right? That will be tough to stomach, right? That just will be tough to stomach. It will. I mean, we all, because see, what's so interesting, right? What's so funny is we look back on the past, right? We love to do that, right? Watch old games, talk about old seasons, and everything was perfect, right? In 2010, 11, 12, 13, but it wasn't, right? Like, what makes college football so much fun is it is a week-to-week roller coaster of emotions, right? It's a week-to-week roller coaster of emotions. And like, you look back at 2011, 12, 13, people say, well, that season was just sunshine and rainbows. We won 11 games. It was perfect. But it's like, when you go back and you think about it and you look week to week, like, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, people are still on edge. They're still going crazy, right? And so, like last year, you look at last year, right? Like, we finished 7-6, and everybody's like, oh, what a great first year, Beamer. But when we were sitting there 4-4, I mean, it was not, people were not exactly thrilled with what was going on. So tension will be at an all-time high amongst Gamecocks if you start 3-4 and 0-4 in SEC play. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. Phil said the Carolina oh my God, the Carolina Football History Channel. Phil, I mean, what are we supposed to do, Phil? What are we supposed to do? I mean, I hope at some point we don't have to watch highlights from 09 to 13 on repeat, but yeah. Brian Welch, I'm going to have to disagree with you because he says South Carolina's never been a back half of the season team. Even with Spurrier, we'd bomb the second half of the year. Brian, what about last year? We literally beat Auburn and Florida at the back half of last season. And I'd say with Spurrier, I think we finished pretty strong most years. Beat Clemson 5 in a row. Won bowl games. I mean, I think we did pretty well in the second half. Brayson Haney said, I think Brad surprised me with his high score predictions as well. 41-20 against Mizzou seems like a lot. Yeah, I mean, I think we should be able to score points, man, with Rattler. That's honestly, I'll say this again, guys, because I love to give Kentucky credit, right? I think they deserve it. They've earned it. They beat you 7 of 8. This year's game against Kentucky. Let me put it this way. And hold on, we'll jump to the phone lines first, and I'll get into
Call from
Robbie Davis, a.k.a. Kirk Street.
Robbie, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. Aside from it raining a little bit over here in the Oberg, I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, man. Appreciate you asking. What's up?
I think that guy that mentioned Florida, okay, I don't know what he's been smoking, but whatever he's been smoking, he needs to stop, okay? Because I'm not worried about what everyone else is doing. I'm more worried about what Beamer's doing and what Beamer is building, okay? Because I assure you, Beamer is building slowly but surely. I truly believe he's building a contender. And like I have said before, whenever it comes to building a building, you don't put the windows and doors before the foundation. You lay the foundation, and then you add the windows and doors and everything else that comes with it, okay? Don't put the cart before the horse, okay? If you put the cart before the horse, then something's wrong and something needs to be fixed, okay? And to answer your question, to also add with the whole Kingston mess going on, okay? I mean, I think it's safe to say that from this point forward, no one really gives a flying monkey fart what he has to say.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's until we win, that's all that matters. Yeah. Until we
start winning, nobody's going to care what he has to say.
Right. I mean, which is fair. I mean, it all comes down to
right. It all comes, yeah. And like I've said before, you can dadgum sugarcoat crap. It's still going to be crap, okay? All right? Until you show us on the field that things are changing, we don't give a crap what Kingston has to say, especially me. I don't care. If it was up to me, he'd be fired already. But like I've said before also, we don't have control over that. The bigwigs do, and Ray Tanner does. Mm-hmm. But if it was up to me, he'd be getting his pink slip, and I'd be saying, don't let the dough hit you with a good luck split, just get out of here. All right? That's what I'd be saying, all right? But I don't have control over that, and neither do you, and neither does nobody else, okay? But if it doesn't work this year, I think he's gone.
I think that's very fair to say. Yeah, I think this will definitely be put up or shut up for King for sure.
And when is the date that you're gonna? When is the date you're gonna be in Somerville, just in case?
July 21st. That'll be our first show. That'll be our first TSUS tour date.
Okay.
So your your stepdad already commented. Your stepdad already commented and said there's a good chance he'll bring you down there. So.
Yeah, and possibly like 6 days after that, I'll be in Greenville for a Greenville Drive baseball game with my bosses from Zach.
Love that. Robbie Davis tour. He's going all over the state.
But yeah, and I actually meant to ask you this the other day, and it slipped my mind. Okay, now. Obviously, we got some in my opinion, we have some very talented running backs, right? Mm-hmm. On the football team this year.
Right.
Out of the ones that not counting the ones. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that we've added on from the transfer portal, okay? I'm not talking about him or whoever, okay? I'm talking about the ones that have been there for a year or two, okay? Out of them, which one do you think is most likely to have 1,000-yard rushing this year?
Out of the backs we have, who's most likely to rush for 1,000 if someone rushes for 1,000? I don't think anybody's going to hit 1,000. I just think we have too many guys. Well, I mean, a lot of it I think depends on what form is Marshawn Lloyd in. I want to say Marshawn Lloyd. I think Juju's the most slept on running back we have, though, man. Like I've really come around to Juju McDowell. I'm excited for Christian Beal Smith. I think there's a good shot Christian Beal Smith is our starting running back. I mean, listen, they're going to give Marshawn every opportunity to be the lead guy. You don't want to say again that you're giving someone more opportunities than someone else because of what they were star rated or what they were ranked, but it's kind of like, I kind of view it as like, when professional teams draft players and they've got an X amount of dollars invested in somebody, and if it's a sizable amount, like they're going to give those people every opportunity to pan out because they want to get the return on their investment. So it's like with Marshawn Lloyd, I look at it as like, we're going to give him, I don't want to speak for the coaching staff, but if it was me, you're going to give that guy every opportunity you can to live up to the hype, to live up to his billing, to show that he's returned to his form. And, I think early on, if he hasn't, if you see it against Georgia State, Arkansas, and by Georgia, I think you'll just know where Marshawn Lloyd is. And, if he's not back, man, we got to move on. We got to go with probably Beal Smith and Juju. I don't know how Lavoisier Carroll factors in, but if there was one guy that I would see going over 1,000, I'd be Marshawn Lloyd. But is he back? There's so many ifs. Again, I don't think anybody's hitting 1,000.
We won't know. We won't know till like week 2.
We just won't know until we won't know until kickoff. We just won't know until kickoff. I think we'll know very early on. I mean, I saw from the jump last year. It just felt like there were some plays where it's like, I'm like, if Marshawn Lloyd was 110%, he is getting around that guy. He's getting around that edge. He's busting that run, and it just never really was there. And I still think even if he's not 110, if he's at 85, he can still be a really, really good player for us. But he's got to make that adjustment. I think you saw even last year, Marshawn Lloyd. Again, he came from high school where he's faster than everybody. He's more athletic than everybody. He wants to dance around and he wants to make every play the home run. And I think. And again, I don't want to speak for him, but just from watching from the sidelines, it felt like he was a guy last year that was just so dead set on proving to people, I'm back from the injury. I am the guy that you guys believed in on the recruiting trail. And it's like he wanted to bust every play for a long run and a home run. It's like, bro, just if it's there to get 3 yards, just get 3 yards. Like, be a productive running back. You don't have to. You're gonna hit home runs. They're gonna naturally come. But take singles and doubles where you can get them, because those things.
Take what they give you.
Yeah, that's you can build on that and we need you to be a productive running back. The home runs will come. So I hopefully he's back this year, because I mean obviously he's got hella upside and great potential, and I mean I hope he can live up to the billing, truly.
Right. And even though I'm really excited to see the defense in this year with the second year of our defensive coordinator, I'm excited to see how they've developed, and hopefully they have developed, and just to see how different they are between last year and this year. I will definitely be keeping an eye out on that. Obviously not against State, because I'll probably be at that game, because that's against State, and we're probably going to kick the crap out of them. But the games that I wind up watching on TV, I'll be watching very closely, at least as close as I can, because it's kind of hard to look at a defense while you're watching a game on TV. But I'll be doing the best I can whenever the season starts, and I'll try to give you my best analysis of what I saw. But Yeah, I'm really excited for this year. I still stand by what I said last week. I think we're better than Arkansas. I think we'll beat Arkansas. We'll go into the Georgia game 2-0. We'll lose to Georgia, and then the following 2 weeks we'll kick the crap out of Charlotte and State. And to answer your question about how far I live from State, I actually live about 12 minutes from State.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So
Robbie,
if I were to get in a vehicle,
right.
Hmm?
I am looking forward to many things this season, and one of them is your commentary on a Monday following every game. Cannot wait for
that. Yeah, but to answer your question, yeah, I live about 12 minutes from South Carolina State, to answer your question, if I was to drive. But, yeah, because I remember you asking me that on Friday, and I looked it up the next day, so I figured I'd tell you today, and I meant to tell you yesterday. But yeah, that's it from me. I will hopefully see you sooner rather than later. Are you going to be at Tin Roof tomorrow or no?
Yes, I will be there. Yep, we are back to normal, regularly scheduled programming at Tin Roof. Yes.
Okay. Well, I will see if I don't see you before then. I will hopefully see you whenever you're at Carolina Ale House in Somerville. Go Gamecocks! To heck with Clemson, you bunch of potato-eating losers.
Well said, Robbie. Appreciate
right,
you,
man.
my guy.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
You too. Thanks so much. Great stuff. Great stuff from Robbie Davis. Appreciate you calling in, my guy. 843-790-3377. Luke RJ says, we won't know who plays every game because Satterfield plays whoever practices the best during the week. LOL. How bad can someone practice and not play the best player every week? Well, I think, Luke RJ, wouldn't you agree a lot of it depends on matchups? I mean, I think some of it's got to depend on matchups. And, whatever. I think a lot of it, too, whatever the scheme calls for, there might be guys that better fit what they want to do offensively. So, let's jump the phone lines here.
Call from
Phil Harris.
Phil, what's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you asking, my man. What's up?
You know that Major League Rugby's season is over if I'm calling in twice, in 2 days here, or 3 times, excuse me. Just wanted to ask you a question. Who do you think is more vilified or hated in the fan base? Muschamp in that last year right before he got fired, or Mark Kingston right now?
I'm going to say Muschamp just because football moves the needle more so than baseball. I think they're similar. I think they're similar. But, for example, we have a bad year next year in baseball. Kingston gets fired a year or two later or 3 years. I don't think people are really going to be – they're going to block out Kingston ever happened. They're not even going to be talking about it. Like, to this day, people still hate Muschamp. Hate Muschamp. And still, I mean, we still make jokes about it, like the Muschamp hackers thing, which, to your point earlier, by the way, I thought about the Muschamp hacker merch, and I'm like, I don't really want to promote the Muschamp hackers. I like not having technical difficulties personally. I got to be honest.
Yep.
It gets it, dude. I get annoyed. I get annoyed when we have these technical issues. So I don't want to even play with the Muschamp hackers, like the demonic spirits of those hackers.
Yeah, you don't want to put that out in the universe.
I don't.
You're going to get fired.
It can be our little inside joke, but I think merch is taking it a step. A level it doesn't need to go to. We'll put it that way.
Okay, that's a good point. Did not think about that, so I appreciate that. Also, just wanted to give Robbie Davis a real quick shout out. He is the king of the Spurs Up Show, the Daily Crow call-ins. I wake up every morning and think, how can I have such hot takes as Robbie does every single day on the show? I just want to give him a shout out, for real. He does a fantastic job of calling in daily and letting his feelings be known. Just want to give him a shout out. I've had some highs and lows with calling in over the years, and Robbie's always been a good friend to me. Let's just say that on the Daily Crow. So just want to give him a big shout out.
Yeah, Robbie's a legend. Like I said, as good as off season Robbie is, I just can't wait to see in season. How the Mondays go. Can't wait for that. Just cannot wait.
He's going to be dialed in for sure, as
Oh,
we
yeah.
always know. Yep. So ultimately, just feel good about the season. I'm trying to get more dialed in myself, but now that I've been absent for so long due to paying attention to Major League Rugby, yeah, just excited for the season. We'll see what happens with football. A couple months away at this point, so I'm gonna have to be putting my Gamecock flags on my car here soon, to the bewilderment of everybody in New Hampshire. They're gonna be like, "What the hell is that? Why is he doing that?" So. All right, Phil. That's all I got for you. Go Cox.
Phil, appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for the call. Great stuff from our guy, Phil Harris. And yeah, Robbie Davis is a legend. Keith Malsberger on the TDC Questions channel. We got tons of comments right now. And I'm sorry, Keith, for missing yours. He left this about 30 minutes ago. He says, where do you think the fan base goes if we go 6-6 or worse this season? Well, Keith, I feel like you know the answer. If we go 6-6, I think people will be bothered. It will depend on how those 6 games went, who we lost to, and what happens in the bowl game. Right? If we go worse than 6-6, people are going to lose their collective shit. I'm going to lose my collective shit. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I will lose my collective shit. It will be fair. I'm someone that I inject perspective, and like last season, I spent a lot of it trying to talk people off a ledge and, hey, it's year one. But guys, if you don't win 6 games, I'll lose my collective shit, right? Because there's just no excuse for that. No, last year, you had every excuse in the book. Roster wasn't where you needed it to be. Schedule was obviously tough as it is every year, but like year one of Beamer, you were not where you needed to be, right? And then you overachieved. You don't win 6 this year. And my guy Jake Crane, who I brought him on, and he explained his 5-7 prediction, and that's why I asked him. I'm like, there's no way you can look at year 2. I cannot personally, guys. I cannot wrap my head around missing a bowl game with Spencer Rattler. I can't imagine adding Spencer Rattler and missing a bowl game. I can't fathom that. That is hard for me to compute. Very hard for me to compute. I'm not saying it's impossible. But it's hard for me to wrap my head around. Guys, we need to jump into a quick break, so we're going to go ahead and do that. More of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back taking your questions, your comments, and your calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Just in case you're wondering, am I going crazy? No, you are not. I changed up the background. I've changed up the background. And in case you do not notice, it's right here. Oh, right there. This guy. Shout out my dude. Shout out my dude Travis Jones on Twitter, man. Sent over some bobbleheads. Very, very dope bobbleheads. I was like, I'll throw that back there, right? We'll replace the plush cocky for today or whatever. Like when somebody has a great call, so it's like whenever I agree and like instead of a thumbs up, thumbs down, like Robbie Davis, great call. We'll make him shake his head up and down. Like, yes, good job. Bad call, no. So good takes, yes. Bad takes, no. Oh shit. There we go. So appreciate my dude. A little cocky bobblehead. We'd love to see that. Anyways, guys, I want to continue to hear from you. Brian Dean says getting my orders in before the season starts. Brian, I appreciate that, my man. Thank you. Rebecca, what's up with the drama, Rebecca? What's up with the drama, Rebecca? Rebecca, nobody thinks you're a piece of shit, Rebecca. What's up with the drama? What's up with the drama? Brandon says, will the fan base be happy with an 8-5 record? Yes, absolutely. If you're not happy with an 8-5 record, there's something wrong with you, not us. That's what I will say. Jeff Gullidge says, if we go 6-6, it depends on how we lose those 6 games. What if every one of those 6 came down to less than 7 points? It would be tough, and I still think there'd be a lot of people that would not be happy. I do agree with you, Jeff. Context matters. But again, I will, I've talked about this before, but I will not come down on Gamecock fans for being disappointed for winning the same amount of games this year with Spencer Rattler as you won last year without him. You know what I mean? And like I've told you guys before, it's a dangerous place to be in to say, well, we won this many last year. We have to win this many this year to show progress. That's not true. You could be a much better team this year and just win 6 games, win the same amount. But it just feels like if you only win 6, right, did we really get the return on our investment we were hoping for with Spencer Rattler? Because, I mean, I just look at it this way, guys. and I want to speak on something, by the way, that Brian Lattimore brought up earlier, talking about Kentucky and they shouldn't get any respect. We've just sucked for the last 8 years or whatever. Brian, let me just bring this to your attention and everybody else's, because I strongly disagree with you. Since 2016, Kentucky has won 7, 7, 10, 8, 5, and 10 games. They've also won 4 straight bowl games. So, hey, South Carolina might have not been good. That's fine. But guess what? Kentucky's earned the respect, man. Kentucky's earned the respect. They've earned the respect. They've won 4 straight bowls. Right? They've won 4 straight bowl games. They have not missed a bowl game since 2015. South Carolina can't say that. We can't say that. So I'm not saying Kentucky's earned the right to call themselves some elite, but at some point you have to tip your cap. I'm not saying you got to accept defeat to Kentucky, but you got to at least acknowledge they've had a better run over the last 6, 7, 8 years than you have. And that's a reason why they've beaten you 7 of 8. Bottom line, you have to at least acknowledge that. Right? I mean, those are the numbers. You can't argue the numbers. Those are the numbers. In that same time span, South Carolina's had a 4-win season. They've had a 2-win season. They've had a coaching change, right? So, I mean, guys, looking at Kentucky's football history, it's not as good as South Carolina's. I'm not going to say that. But I'll be honest with you, since 2000, you look at the records, I mean, I'm just looking back at like Kentucky's history or whatever, right? Since 2000, Kentucky and South Carolina, I mean, I know people don't want to hear this. This might sound blasphemous. Kentucky and Carolina are pretty comparable, except South Carolina's highs have been much higher, right? Kentucky has not had 3 straight 11-win seasons. They haven't gone to the SEC championship. But, like, Kentucky's been a fairly consistent 6 or 7-win team on average. Since 2000, they've won 2-2, 7-4, 2-3, 8-8, 7-7, 6-5, 2-2, 5-5, 7-7, 10, 8-5, 10. I mean, they've been in bowl games. I mean, they've been bowl eligible. They've been in 11 bowl games since 2000. Now, I believe we've been in more, right? We've been in more than 11 bowl games, right? How many bowl games have we been in since 2000? Let's see. Here, let's see. How many bowl games? Okay, we've definitely been in more. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. So not that many more, though. We've been in 15. They've been in 11. I'm just saying, I'm not sitting here trying to sell you on that Kentucky's a better football program than South Carolina, but for somebody like my guy, Brian Lattimore, whose opinion I respect very greatly, Kentucky's earned the respect. And I hate Kentucky too, Brian, and I don't want to give them the respect, but damn it, when they beat you like a drum every year, what choice do we have? Luke RJ, does the defense keep us in every single game this year? I mean, Luke RJ, I hope they don't have to. We should be able to score points, right? I don't want to go into every game feeling like the defense has got to pitch a shutout for us to have a chance, right? I don't want to go in every game feeling like we got to hold them down to 20 points to have a chance. We should be able to score. I mean, 30 points per game. I'll talk more about offense, defense, special teams, break all those things down. Season will be successful, all that good stuff when it comes around to it. But 30 points per game, I think, is your number. Like, that's kind of what you're looking for, right? Travis Allen says, will the score against Georgia State give the fan base a false identity of the team, whether it be a big win or close win? I seem to think we will see our identity against the Razorbacks. Travis, I think most people will. I don't think, no matter what the result, I don't think most fans are going to draw conclusions from that game. I mean, it's the season opener. And here's the thing, Travis. More than likely, let's be real, more than likely, that game is going to be closer than people prefer versus being more of a blowout than expected. I think Georgia State's going to give us hell. I think Georgia State is going to come in expecting to win. Sean Elliott will have Georgia State ready. Would I love to see us win by 28 points? Absolutely. But this is not EIU. This is not going to be some scrimmage, walk in the park, show up and roll the helmets out, and let's have a good old time. And we'll be sipping on our Gatorade and kicking it on the sidelines by middle third quarter. This is going to be a close competitive game, I feel like. There are going to be uncomfortable moments in that Georgia State game. There are. And I hope I'm wrong. Like, I hope it's 21-0 at halftime. I would love to see that. I would love to see it. But the spread's 11 for a reason. The spread is 11 for a reason. Now, I think if South Carolina offensively, right, if the O-line plays well, I think the Gamecocks, I haven't started to dive in the matchup, but I would like to think the Gamecocks are going to have the guys at the skill positions to expose Georgia State on the outside. I mean, you would certainly think the Gamecocks should have the skill advantage, the talent advantage when it comes to playmakers, right? And guys like Jaheim Bell and Josh Vann and even Antoine Wells and Stogg and of course Rattler and your running back. I mean, you should have the weapons to score points, right? And so you'd think as long as your defense plays well, covering the spread and getting a 37-20 win should be doable. It should be very doable. But even in that score, even if you win by 17, right? Like, that might be a 10-point game late in the third quarter. That won't, I mean, fans will not be feeling comfortable if that is the case. But I just, I think Georgia State's going to come in and, I mean, they're going to come in expecting to win. And again, you best believe it's important to Sean Elliott. And so, I don't think drawing conclusions from a season opener is wise, no matter who you play. Especially if it's a smaller team, like, you just don't know. I agree. Arkansas will give us a much better gauge of where we are. And then, of course, Georgia. I mean, you're really going to find out, like, how far away are you, right? How far away are you? Brandon Kuhn says, SC was 13-1 against Kentucky from 2000 to 2013. The momentum swung towards Kentucky when they hired Stoops. Yeah, Brandon, for sure. And we dominated Kentucky, right? We did. We used to. But they flipped it. They flipped it. I mean, give them credit. They flipped it. 7 of 8. They flipped it. They have flipped it. Travis says, I definitely could see a 31-20 W against Georgia State. Yeah, I mean, it could vary. I mean, dude, again, the spread's 11. The spread is 11. Whether you like Vegas, dislike Vegas, you guys know I like the numbers. The spread's 11, right? Spread's 11. So them guys normally know what they're doing. They normally know what they're talking about. And that's, trust me, dude, this is a conversation we're going to have as we get closer to the season. When I do opponent previews, I'll pose the same question I posed last year. What do you need the margin of victory to be against Georgia State for you to feel confident in the rest of the year? How much does South going to need to win by? Does it even matter? Does it, as long as they win, who cares? Or do you feel like, well, I need to see them win by 14. They got to cover. Or they need to win by 21. Or they need to win by X. Like, is there a number for you where you're like, they need to win by this much for me to say, you know what, this is a team that I feel confident in can win 7 or 8 games this year? Like, what is that number? Is there a number, right? Is there a number? So that's an intriguing season opener. Again, ask Auburn about Georgia State. Ask Tennessee about Georgia State, God forbid. I see Cody Branch in here commenting. Ask Cody Branch about Georgia State. Right? I'm sure Tennessee fans were strolling up to Neyland, just thinking, up, nice little non-con opener against Georgia State. Georgia State come in and whoop that ass. So, I mean, you know. No guarantee, man. No guarantee. No guarantee. Here we go. Lance, we win by a field goal in week 1. Everybody gets upset. Then we go on the road and rail Arkansas by 17, and life is good rolling into week 3. Here, Lance, you get a head nod from Cocky for that. You get a head nod from Cocky. Sounds like the Gamecock way. Cody Branch says, Georgia State is a bunch of ass wipes, plus Pruitt had the IQ of a turnip. Great way to put it. There's a lot of people that think Satterfield's got the IQ of a turnip also. Just FYI. Travis Lee with a fair point here. He says, if it's less than 14, people are going to start complaining about Satterfield and questioning Rattler. You know that it will happen. I mean, Sat's going to be the first one to catch the heat. He will be the first one. He'll be the first one. Like, if we go out there and we win week 1, 24-17, oh, no. Oh, no. No. Sat's going to catch hell from the fan base. Anyways, let's see. Brendan M. in the Big Cock Club Discord informing us that Mike Leach has signed an extension with Mississippi State. Good for Mike Leach. The gift that keeps giving, dude. Brian Dean, Georgia has 18 starters back. Yeah, I mean, Georgia's going to be Georgia. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. Carolina Titan says, Gamecocks will always be doubted until they win consistently. With the players we have on the roster, it'll all come down to coaching. We have good players and players with experience. Yeah, I mean, you want respect? We Gamecock fans, we feel like we're so disrespected nationally and ESPN hates us, and go win. That's it. That's how you get respect. Just win. That's it. All that other stuff's fluff. All that other nonsense, all that other bullshit is just that. That's it. Go win. You'll get respect if you win. I promise you. Maybe not immediately, but at some point you will. Why do you think Kentucky's getting picked where they are, guys? Do they have a good team? Sure. But they've also earned the benefit of the doubt. Why will most everyone, I would probably say, why will most everyone pick Kentucky to beat South Carolina? They've earned the respect. They've got the benefit of the doubt. If you want the benefit of the doubt back, you got to take it. You just got to take it. You got to take it. Because I'm going to drop predictions next week, guys. And there have been a lot of years I've picked the Gamecocks. I think, what's funny? I think actually last year, I think last year was the first year that in the preseason, I picked Kentucky to beat South Carolina. And that took a lot of, I'm not trying to I'm so brave for doing that, but it took some stones. It took some stones to do that. Excuse me. It took some stones because people looked at that Kentucky game last year. Home game, probably going to be under the lights. Beamer's first year, right? No way we lose to Kentucky. Come on, man. I mean, I caught hell that week. I caught hell Kentucky week last year when I said, what did I pick? I think like 24-20 or 27-24 or whatever I picked. And the score damn near was exactly, the margin of defeat was damn near exactly what I picked. But I caught a lot of hell for picking Kentucky, right? But it's just because they've earned the benefit of the doubt. They just Kentucky owns South Carolina right now. I don't know why, but they do. It sucks. And I don't know what I'm going to pick next week. I keep going back and forth. I keep going back and forth. Next week will be a lot of fun. In the meantime, SECU did drop this morning, guys. Shane Beamer with all kinds of recruiting momentum. All kinds of recruiting momentum. Luke RJ says we need multiple long touchdown drives against Georgia State that are 70-plus yards, marching down the whole field where they can't stop us, not short field scores. Yeah, Luke RJ, I just say score as much as you can. I don't care if it's a 1-play drive, 10-play drive, short field, long, whatever. Just score and score a lot and score as much as you can. That's it. Keep the foot on the gas pedal. This is a great point. Brayson Haney says, fan base will put heat on Satterfield. The national media will put heat on Rattler. That's a great point. That's a great point because, the national media ain't going to care about Marcus Satterfield. They got all eyes on Rattler. So if the offense stinks, it's all going on Rattler from the national perspective. That's a very good point, Brayson. That's a very good point. The national media will be all over Spencer Rattler if he's not playing well. They'll be all over him. All over him. College football fans as a whole will be all over him if he's not playing well. Bill Harris says, Coach Ford putting his war paint on if the offense. Oh, God, yeah. Coach Ford will be daily basis unstoppable. Daily basis unstoppable. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes. You thought Coach Ford was bad last year? Oh, goodness gracious. Don't let the offense not be good this year. Tyler Knoll says, Feinbaum isn't too bullish on Rattler. Says he has a lot of flaws. Hope he's ready to eat crow. The biggest flaw that his team has is the O-line. They're going to be the difference in us winning 8 to 9 games or going 6-6 again. Good point. I'll say this. I'll say this about Rattler. I don't care if you're Feinbaum, if you're Michael Bratton, if you're Conor O'Gara, if you're David Pollack on ESPN. I don't care who you are, what analyst you are. I don't care what network you're with. ESPN, Fox Sports, Saturday Down South, Barstool Sports. Doesn't matter to me. What you have to understand about the Rattler stuff is this. The reason Gamecock fans are so excited is Spencer Rattler a perfect player? No, not necessarily. Right when I'm in the middle.
Call from
Rebecca.
Here we go.
To
This should be
accept,
interesting.
press 1. To
Rebecca, what's going on? How are you?
Not much. Not much at all.
I hear you. Any big plans on this Tuesday?
Not much, really. I
Gotcha.
have no clue what I'm going to get in.
Gotcha.
What I'm going to get in here
Mm-hmm.
to do today, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So. What you got going on?
I'm just busy rocking with content. I'm on a live show currently, and I'll go to the gym after this and eat some lunch and come home and record a podcast and just just staying busy, getting after it. So
That's good. Oh, did you hear about, I got an early birthday gift?
I did not hear about that. What is it?
A friend of mine was nice enough to, give me some Dollywood tickets for my birthday.
Hey, Dollywood's a fun spot. There you go.
Knowing that I'm a big Dolly Parton fan. So, I'm excited about that.
I went to Dollywood way back, probably when I was like 17. Good time though. Dollywood's a cool place.
Right. I think the people have spoken.
Have they? What have they spoken about, if you don't mind me asking?
I think Robbie Davis is more important than me on this radio station.
And what makes you say that?
Because everybody screams for Robbie Davis, and I'm over here like, well.
Mm-hmm. I don't listen. All I do is read comments, Rebecca. I don't. The people are the people. The people have their own say. I love and appreciate all callers the same. I have what the audience says is out of my control.
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody has spoken, so. Everybody thinks that Robbie Davis is more important than me, so basically I'm just a piece of shit.
Now, come on now, Rebecca. That's over the top. That's too much. I don't think they think that now. I certainly don't think that.
I'm glad that you don't think of me like that.
I do not think you were a piece of shit, Rebecca. I most certainly do not.
And that's how I feel.
Well, I can tell you the folks in the comments, the ones that I'm reading off, don't feel that way. They don't think you're a piece of shit.
What all they saying? Because I'm not even...
Well, Lance says he's got love for Rebecca. Travie Rowell's got love for Rebecca. So everybody got love for Rebecca. It's all good.
And who's telling me this crap is the way I feel, Travis? Be honest.
Mm-hmm. Everybody love everybody, Rebecca. We all bleed the same colors. We all bleed the garnet and black. It's all love. It's all love. I love all colors the same. I ain't in this. I ain't in this fight. So I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just a man with a beard and a mullet on a live show taking calls. That's all I'm doing. So
Right, and I completely understand that.
It's up to the commenters and the callers to hash it out amongst yourselves.
Now, did you find out anything if you're going to be doing anything on my birthday?
When is your birthday again, Rebecca?
The 13th of July.
I mean, we'll probably be live. Well, no, actually, great point. You bring that up. I'm actually heading to the beach that morning with family. My brother, who's in the Army, is getting in town July the 12th. And then the 13th, we are going as a family on a beach vacation, the 13th and the 14th. But I will be sure to wish you a very happy birthday and to throw up some sort of post for you and let you know that we are thinking about you on your birthday. But I will be with family.
Yeah, are you going to do a live show on the 12th?
I will probably, yes, do one on the 12th.
Well, if you do one on the 12th, why not we celebrate my birthday the day before?
We'll celebrate it a day early. Why not?
Would that be all right with you?
I'd be fine with that.
I don't know about the rest of everybody in here.
We will celebrate it accordingly.
But anyway, I reckon I'll get off of here.
Rebecca, I appreciate you calling in.
I do. I enjoy it and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and let somebody else call in.
Sounds good, Rebecca. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon.
All
right.
Bye.
Great stuff. Great stuff, Rebecca, as always. 843-790-3377. Guys, let's jump into a quick break, and then I want to continue hearing from you. More of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. Mike. Yo, okay. Y'all should be good now. I don't know what just happened. All right. Y'all should be able to hear me now. Good now? Good now? Yes? Yes? Should be good. We're showing, I don't know why the audio is showing up as it wasn't coming through. Good. Okay. I think the melon just crapped for a second. We are back taking your questions, comments, calls as well. 843-790-3377. I mean, this is the most true comment of all time. Just a guy with a beard and a mullet and a live show. That's it. And a podcast. That's it. That's it. So, best way to describe yours truly, my guy. Best way to describe yours truly. So, I mean, that's it. Love it. Anyways, guys, the point that I was, and my guy Lance, July 15th, my guy, drink all of the lattes on July 15th. The point I was making just real quick about Rattler before Rebecca called in, these national outlets and national pundits, and listen, the way things ended for Rattler and Norman did not go well, loses his job. It's not even about, though, like, he doesn't even have to be like a Heisman candidate. He doesn't have to be preseason all-conference. Like, if you're a national pundit and you can't understand why Gamecock fans are excited, like, when you think of how much of an upgrade Spencer Rattler is for South Carolina, I don't care if it's the freshman Heisman version of Rattler or if it's even last year's version. Even last year's version is 100 times better than anybody the Gamecocks had in their center last year. And that's meant as no disrespect, but Spencer Rattler's just a different level, right? And I don't think anybody's saying he's going to play at some Heisman level this year, but I think he'll be an immensely better option than what South Carolina has had in years past. So that's why South Carolina fans are excited, right? Yes, he got benched last year at Oklahoma. We all saw it happen. Does that change the fact that he's better than anybody Carolina's got? Not named Spencer Rattler? No, it doesn't. And that's why Gamecock fans are excited. Tyler Noel. And again, it's not me trying to like shit on anybody else on the roster, but it's just the minute he stepped foot on campus, he was the highest rated quarterback we've ever had. Brendan M. in the Big Cock Club Discord. I want to correct Brendan. He says that Spencer Rattler isn't going to play. I'm just saying, Brendan, I'm not saying that Gamecock fans are excited because he's 110% going to. He might, because you're correct. I bought Rattler for Heisman.com and Spencer Rattler for Heisman.com. He might play at that level. I'm saying, though, even if he doesn't quite play at that level, if he just plays 75% of his capability, it's still worlds better than anybody we had last year. That's why Gamecock fans are excited. The quarterback room is in so much better of a place. That's all I'm saying. I hope he plays at the Heisman level. I hope he does. I really hope he does. Chase says his birthday is January 26th. Cool. Jacob Edwards says, best pure thrower in program history without taking a snap. I think there's probably some that would argue with you, Steve Tannehill, Anthony Wright. But the arm strength, I think, is one of the best for sure. I think the arm strength is certainly one of the best. The Nation, here, Brayson says, the Nation still thinks Rattler's unproven. Carolina fans have seen enough evidence to say he's proven enough for us. Yeah, again, Brayson, that's the thing. Is he unproven in the national landscape? Like, he needs to prove he's the Heisman guy, he's the first-round draft pick? Sure. He's got stuff to prove there. But does he need to prove to anyone that he's better than anybody on the Gamecocks roster? No. We know that he is. We know without a shadow of a doubt that he is. He don't have to prove that. He doesn't have to prove that. Not to me, at least. Not to me. I'm a believer. He ain't got to prove that to me. And I like Luke Doty. We've had him on the show. I like Luke Doty a lot, man. I think Doty's awesome. I think Luke's an incredible dude. Great Gamecock. And I think him fully healthy, he could have been solid last year, but he's not Spencer Rattler. And that's not meant as a knock, man, but it's just reality. It's just reality. So, and I'm assuming Cocky Twan disagrees because all he says is "my God." I mean, Cocky Twan, do you disagree? Do you think there's somebody on the roster better than Spencer Rattler at the quarterback position? Please speak now. Speak. You'd be wrong, but I'd love to hear you speak. Kevin William Crossland says, any word on where Chandavian Bradley is going? Right now, he's just got that top 3. It sounds like it might be between us and Tennessee. I'm not, I couldn't tell you for certain what the lean is, whatever. So. Let's see. Travie, was that throw at Nicholls State at the Manning camp? Yes, that was at Nicholls State. Good eye there. Yeah, that was at Nicholls State. Tommy Wallace says Rattler plus the upgrade of our playmakers gives us a chance in every game next year, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, the offense has no excuse not to be legit, bro. The offense, there's no excuse for the offense to not be legit. So, again, guys, I'll say this back to Rebecca calling in. Listen, we are an equal opportunity live show when it comes to callers. Equal opportunity live show. So anybody can call in. I show no favoritism towards any specific caller. All callers are viewed in a high regard for me. Okay. So what goes on in the comments amongst you all, the banter, it's out of my control. It's out of my control. Equal opportunity live show when it comes to our callers. You're all welcome to call in. Everybody's welcome to call in. Everybody's welcome to call in. And I will not make one caller feel more important than another. Robbie Davis calls in every day, right? That's why Robbie Davis is known by all of you. So don't take it personally. We can all show love to each other here on these airwaves, right? All the callers. Ain't nobody better than anybody else. Don't take it personally. That's it. Anyways, let's see. Robbie Davis texting him. He said, what up, Chris? First, I just wanted to return the favor and give Phil Harris a shout out. Go Gamecocks. He also says nothing but love on this and go Gamecocks. Robbie, appreciate you the text, my man. Thank you. Appreciate you texting in, my guy. Here we go. Let There Be Slam says, would you rather go 6-6 with a 14-plus point win over Clemson or 7-6 with a loss? Sign me up for that 6-6. Sign me up for it. And you know, most years I'd say let's take more wins. Man, this fan base needs a win over Clemson. I've talked about that many, many times. Let There Be Slam. This fan base needs a win over Clemson bad. We need a win over Clemson bad. I mean, it's just we need a win over Clemson. A 14-plus point win. Now, if you really wanted to entice me and make the question harder, would you rather go 6-6 with a 14-plus point win over Clemson or go 8-4 with a loss to Clemson? Now, that's where it gets interesting. That's where it gets interesting, right? I mean, this fan base just desperately we desperately need it, man. We desperately need it. It's 7-game losing streak. I mean, Luke RJ says, Do we get blown out by any team this year? Yes. I think it'll happen once, Luke. I just, whether it be Georgia or A&M, I think one of those two. And I guess, Luke RJ, I guess actually this comes back to what do you think? What do you deem a blowout, right? People would define that in different ways. Like, what's a blowout to you, Luke RJ? How many points determines a blowout? You know? If Georgia beats you by 21, is that a blowout? If they beat you by 14, is that a blowout? If Georgia's up 21 or 24, let's say late in the fourth quarter, and you get a late touchdown, lose by 17, is that still considered a blowout? Is it not a blowout? What do you consider a blowout? John Edwards says 20 or more points. We'll say 3 touchdowns. Let's just say 3 touchdowns. I think that's fair. Tyler Noel says 2020 A&M game at home equals blowout. Tyler Noel, those A&M games have not been blowouts. They've been massacres. Like that's beyond a blowout. That's beyond a blowout. We'll say 3 touchdowns. Honestly, guys, I think Georgia does beat you by 3 touchdowns. I don't want to spoil my predictions. I think probably Georgia will. A&M, God, I'd like to think coming off the bye week. I'd like to think coming off a bye week, right? Be able to give them a really, really good game. Luke RJ says, not in the game, no chance to win, 17 plus. That's a blowout for Luke RJ. Well, then I think Georgia's a blowout. I do. I hate to say it. That could be one of those magical days, right? Where Spencer Rattler, it all clicks. Georgia's still Georgia. I mean, they're still Georgia. They're still just top to bottom a better roster than you. You know what I mean? They're top to bottom better than you. That's just fact. That's not trying to be a hater or anything. That's just fact, man. They're just better than you top to bottom. A&M could be a blowout. I mean, it very well could. It very well could. Outside of that, God, I'd hope and pray Tennessee's not a blowout again at home. So I think South Carolina's going to be in a lot of close ball games this year. I do. Kemper Keenan, my guy Kemper, what's up, man? He says, do you believe in Stetson Bennett or was last year a fluke? Do I believe in Stetson Bennett in the sense if he can be a great game manager and do what Georgia asked him to do? Yes. Am I a believer like he's going to go win the Heisman? No. Stetson Bennett is who he is. He is who he is. He's not a terrible quarterback, obviously. He won a national championship, but he does a great job of managing the offense, just doing enough, doing exactly what Georgia asked, which makes him a really good quarterback for them. I'm not a believer in him as like a Heisman frontrunner, but he does what Georgia needs, so that's really all that matters. Tommy Wallace says Arkansas is a measuring stick for the whole season. Yeah, yes and no. I think that you can lose to Arkansas, still have a good year. I think you need to, obviously, even if you lose, it needs to be a competitive game. It needs to be a close game. So it'll set the tone in a lot of ways. But I don't want fans to look at it and say, well, if you lose, season's over. Not Your Average Sports Kid says, do you think we'll beat Florida? My predictions, Not Your Average Sports Kid, will drop next week. I don't want to start diving into all these games. They will drop. I promise you they'll drop next week. Next week on the Wednesday show, we'll have the first 6 games. Friday show, you'll know my entire predictions for the 2022 season. So. Let's see. Cody Branch is about to say Tennessee's a possibility to be a blowout if they get up by 10 plus in the first quarter. I don't think, Cody, at home, Tennessee's going to blow out South Carolina. I don't think at home they will. I think that'll be a close game. Jeff Gullidge, are you doing the show on Monday? No, we'll take July 4th off. We will take July 4th off. No podcast either. No podcast. No Daily Crow. Enjoy your July 4th holiday. I mean, I thought about dropping. I could drop a podcast. I could do it. I don't know. Maybe I'll surprise you because it's, it isn't like it's some major inconvenience for me to drop a podcast. We will not have the Daily Crow. There might be a podcast dropping on Monday, a little special July 4th. We might do that. Well, would you guys listen to a podcast on July 4th? I just figure most people are going to be on vacation, doing their own thing, whatever, shooting fireworks, drinking beer, grilling out burgers and dogs, and doing whatever the heck people do on July 4th. No Daily Crow, though. I will say that confidently. No Daily Crow. Yours truly probably going to be chilling by the pool or something. So, I don't know. But no Daily Crow. Maybe a podcast. Maybe a podcast. Let's see. Yeah, those A&M games, man, they've been beyond blowouts. They've just been, God. Travis Lee says, if the O-line can block, we should be able to run, and that will open up Rattler with Bell, Van, and the 2 transfers. We should score a lot. O-line's got to do their job. Well put. That's, people get tired of hearing about it, but it's just true. Tyler Knoll says offense should be much improved. Defense will be good. What has my concerns other than the O-lines? Who's going to be kicking field goals? Good point. We just lost the all-time leading point scorer in school history. Parker was clutch time and time again. That's where we'll win or lose some of our swing games, is my opinion. No, listen, you make a great point. Think about when we lost Elliott Fry and then Parker White took over, how rough of a start to his career he had, right? Think of how rough of a start to his career he had. So, for a team that's probably going to be in a lot of close games, that is something to watch, for sure. Guys, we're going to jump into one final break, but I want to continue to hear from you more of your questions, your comments, your calls, and more. On the other side, you're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Appreciate you all tuning in. Jeff Gullidge says, just wanted to take a minute and say thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. I look forward to the show every day. I know it's not easy, and there's a lot of work that goes in the show behind the scenes. Just wanted you to know I appreciate it, and I'm thankful you are doing it. Jeff, thank you for the kind words, man. I appreciate that, for real. It means a lot. That means a lot, man. I enjoy it every single day, and I appreciate you tuning in. I know you tune in basically every single day as well, so thank you, man. I appreciate the love. It means more than you know. On a side note, I've been on an almond kick lately. My mom got me into these. Like, they got like these almonds that are like flavored, right? And the habanero barbecue are fire. I just got some wasabi and soy sauce almonds. Unreal. I mean, just, you never knew almonds could taste so good. Truly. There's a first time for everything. First time we've ever had almond talk on the show. Phil Harris, yes, July 4th, my friend, is Independence Day. That is correct. Good call, Phil. Good call. Anyways, guys, final 8 minutes or so here on the show, taking your questions, your comments, your calls. 843-790-3377. Let's see. Dustin, what's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Let's throw it up there. What's up, Dustin? Everybody say what's up to Dustin. Appreciate you tuning in, my guy. Hope you've been doing well. Brayson Haney says, back to the field goal kicking. Got to think Beamer will go for it on fourth quite a bit based on the better quick game from Rattler. Well, I mean, I think you got to pick and choose your spots, right? I mean, it's crazy to think there were people last year that were complaining that we went for it too much, right? We went for it too much. And that's after they were complaining that the previous regime kicked too many field goals. So, when you're converting fourth downs and you're getting them, you're a genius. When you're not getting them, and you should have kicked the field goal. So, I like seeing us be aggressive. I think definitely with Rattler, you'll see us be aggressive. But you'd also, I mean, if you can go get 3 and score points, and I mean, you definitely want to do it. So, we'll see. We'll see. Luke Boyd, at the beginning of the College World Series, did you think Ole Miss was going to win it all? No, Arkansas was my pick. I didn't even think Ole Miss was going to make it. That was surprising to me. And again, man, it just goes to show you get hot at the right time and play your best baseball when it matters most, and good things will happen. So, Luke RJ, what other kind of food do you eat? Do you try to cook really healthy meals? Not necessarily, Luke. So I do intermittent fasting. So that's my diet, if you will. I'll have my nights where I eat chicken and veggies, or steak and veggies and rice and whatever. And then I'll have nights where I eat pizza, bro. I eat wings. So, I mean, I honestly focus more so around the intermittent fasting side. I'm not on some strict diet in regards to, like, what specifically I'm eating, if that makes sense. I mean, I'll be honest with you. So the fasting, though, has been a game changer for me. The fasting's been a game changer. Travi, I appreciate you, my man. Dustin says, hope you have been doing well, ready for football. Yeah, we all are, Dustin. We all are. Soon, my guy. 67 days. 67 days. Dude, we're about to hit the 2-month mark. Crazy. It'll be here before you know it, truly. It'll be here before you know it. Let's see. We posted something about Ryan Helinski today on Twitter, and just the comments are going crazy. That's a name, right? Ryan Helinski. Ryan Helinski came and went like that. I mean, in the Ryan Helinski era was over before it even started, you know? Phil, how about this? Look at Phil. Let's celebrate. Down from 275 to 235 of twisted steel and sex appeal due to intermittent fasting. Attaboy, Phil. Give it up for Phil. That babe. Dustin, I think we got a really good shot to land Webb. I can't say for certain, but I think we got a good shot. Anyways, yeah, it's crazy. We've been talking a little bit of Ryan Helinski, and it's just, dude, I mean, his career, like I said, it was just over before it started, man. Just one of those I don't know. One of those things. Well, Brayson Haney says, how do you do with the intermittent fasting when you're hungover the next morning? Speaking from personal experience. Well, Brayson, I don't drink anymore, so I haven't had to worry about that in quite a while. But yeah, I mean, there's some days you would, I'd cheat on it or whatever, but yeah. Jeff Gullidge, did BMAC destroy him that bad? Dude, I'm not even going to get into it. There's so many rumors about Helinski and what happened and why he lost his job. I mean, I'll say you this, in fairness to him, it is so hard to judge an offensive player, especially a quarterback, under the leadership of Will Muschamp. What baffles me is just these quarterbacks that Muschamp would sign. And you think of Gunnar Stockton, right? If you're willing to hitch your wagon to Will Muschamp as a quarterback, I question your decision making. I mean, you got to look, right? You've got to look at a coach's track record. Muschamp never developed a good quarterback. Why would a quarterback go play for him? It just doesn't make sense. Luke RJ asked, do you ever get the urge to drink anymore? I really don't. Nah. Luke RJ, me cutting out alcohol was easy. Honestly, I don't say that to it really was. It was just flip the switch, done with it. Nah, I don't get an urge to. Don't get an urge to at all, my guy. Phil says, Gunnar Stockton, haven't heard that name in a while. Yeah. Blast from the past, my dude. Blast from the past. Yeah, Connor McCormick, Helinski is at Northwestern. Yes. He is at Northwestern indeed. Guys, we're about to hit 2 o'clock. I appreciate you all tuning in. Go check out SEC Unfiltered and stay tuned, man. We got a lot of exciting things happening in regards to growth, expansion. TSUS tours coming up. Of course, content's bleeding out the eyeballs for us. Podcast will drop tomorrow, talking top 5 do-it-all playmakers. Then we'll have another podcast. Of course, on Friday, normal schedule for the pod. Daily Crow will rock all week. We're also live tonight, streaming some NCAA football on the Voice of College Football SEC YouTube channel. Go subscribe to that channel, guys. We'll be live tonight at 8 o'clock doing our Road to Glory series. Would love for you guys to tune in. Having a lot of fun with that. Other than that, we're live tomorrow night at 10 Rupa for the rest of the day, guys. Appreciate you all tuning in. Stay tuned to the content. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will talk to you